Life isn't fair, it never was and never will be. But that's not why you're broke and miserable. The truth is, you are the sum of your decisions, your habits, and your mindset. You keep waiting for a miracle, hoping that one day things will magically change. But nothing will change until you change. You wake up every morning doing the same things, thinking the same thoughts, complaining about the same problems, and expecting different results. That's insanity. You know what you need to do? Work harder, take risks, and step out of your comfort zone. But instead, you make excuses. You tell yourself that life is hard, that the system is rigged, that it's someone else's fault. Meanwhile, someone out there with fewer resources than you is making it happen. The reason you're stuck is that you're too comfortable. You refuse to feel the pain of discipline, so you choose the pain of regret. You'd rather scroll on your phone than build a skill. You'd rather sleep and than chase your goals. And then you wonder why you feel empty, why you're stuck in the same place year after year. You say you want success, but do your actions reflect that? You say you want financial freedom, but do you study money, investments, or business? You say you want to be fit, but do you actually train, eat right, and push yourself? The gap between what you say and what you do is the exact reason you're broke and miserable. Mindset is everything. If you walk around thinking life is unfair and that success is only for the lucky, you'll never win. Winners don't think like that. They take control. They don't cry about what they don't have. They use what they do have and make it work. Every single person who made it big started somewhere. And most of them didn't have advantages. They just had an unshakable belief that they could win, even when nobody else believed in them. They took risks, they failed, they got back up, and eventually they won. But most people don't have the stomach for that. They want an easy life, a safe life, a life without struggle. But the truth is, struggle is what makes you strong. If you avoid hardship, you avoid growth. And if you avoid growth, you stay exactly where you are, broke, miserable, and full of excuses. Look at the people around you. Who are you spending time with? Are they pushing you to be better, or are they dragging you down? Your environment is everything. If you hang out with lazy, negative, unmotivated people, guess what? You'll become exactly like them. But if you surround yourself with winners, with people who are driven, ambitious, and disciplined, you will be forced to level up. You won't have a choice. Success is contagious, just like failure is contagious. The people around you determine what is normal. If it's normal to complain, waste time, and stay broke, you'll do the same. If it's normal to grind, improve, and chase greatness, you'll do the same. Most people waste their entire lives waiting for motivation, waiting for the right time, waiting for an opportunity. But the truth is, motivation is a lie. The right time never comes. And opportunities don't fall into your lap, you create them. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who take action, even when they don't feel ready, even when they don't feel like it. Because that's what separates winners from losers. Winners show up no matter what. They put in the work, even on the days they don't feel like it. They don't let their emotions control their actions. They don't sit around waiting for someone to save them. They save themselves. Your life is a direct reflection of your choices. If you're broke, it's because of the choices you've made. If you're miserable, it's because of how you think. That might sound harsh, but it's the truth, and the truth is the only thing that can set you free. If you accept responsibility for your life, you take back the power to change it. But if you keep blaming the world, your circumstances, or other people, you will stay exactly where you are. The second you decide to take ownership of everything in your life, the good, the bad, the failures, the wins, that's the moment you become free. That's the moment everything starts to change. So, what are you gonna do? Keep living the same life, making the same excuses, and feeling sorry for yourself? Or are you gonna wake up, take control, and build the life you want? The choice is yours. Life isn't fair. It never was and never will be. But that's not why you're broke and miserable. The truth is, you are the sum of your decisions, your habits, and your mindset. You keep waiting for a miracle, hoping that one day things will magically change. But nothing will change until you change. You wake up every morning doing the same things, thinking the same thoughts, complaining about the same problems, and expecting different results. That's insanity. You know what you need to do? Work harder, take risks, and step out of your comfort zone. But instead, you make excuses. You tell yourself that life is hard, that the system is rigged, that it's someone else's fault. Meanwhile, someone out there with fewer resources than you is making it happen. The reason you're stuck is that you're too comfortable. You refuse to feel the pain of discipline, so you choose the pain of regret. You'd rather scroll on your phone than build a skill. You'd rather sleep and then chase your goals. And then you wonder why you feel empty, why you're stuck in the same place year after year. You say you want success, but do your actions reflect that? You say you want financial freedom, but do you study money, investments, or business? You say you want to be fit, but do you actually train, eat right, and push yourself? The gap between what you say and what you do is the exact reason you're broke and miserable. Lack of discipline is destroying you, and you don't even realize it. You tell yourself that tomorrow will be different, that next week you'll start working harder, that one day you'll finally commit. But that day never comes because you keep choosing comfort over progress. You keep choosing laziness over effort. You keep choosing distractions over discipline. You think you have time, but time is running out. Every day you waste is a day you will never get back. Every moment you spend watching meaningless content, playing video games, or doing nothing of value is a moment you could have spent building your future. People who succeed aren't the ones who feel like working every day. They're the ones who do it even when they don't feel like it. They push through discomfort. They show up when no one is watching. They put in the effort when others are making excuses. That is why they win, and that is why you keep losing. It's not because they're luckier or smarter or had more opportunities. It's because they had the discipline to do what needed to be done, even when it was hard, even when it was boring, even when they felt like quitting. You're broke because you don't take action. You talk about what you want, but you never execute. You dream about success, but you never sacrifice for it. You think about all the things you wish you had, but you don't put in the work to earn them. And then you complain when nothing changes. Success doesn't come to those who wish for it. It comes to those who demand it. It comes to those who are willing to suffer, to struggle, to put in relentless effort without any guarantee of a reward. Most people aren't willing to do that. That's why most people stay broke. That's why most people live average, miserable lives full of regret and frustration. You need to stop waiting for motivation because motivation is a lie. It comes and goes. Some days you feel it, most days you don't. But discipline stays. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. And that is what separates the successful from the failures. If you only work when you feel inspired, you will never get anywhere in life. If you only take action when it's easy, you will always be stuck where you are. Nothing worthwhile comes without effort. Nothing great is achieved by people who give up the moment things get hard. It's time to be honest with yourself. If you're not where you want to be, it's because you haven't done what it takes to get there. It's because you've chosen comfort over progress. It's because you've made excuses instead of sacrifices. And if you keep living like this, you will stay exactly where you are, broke, miserable, and full of regret. But you don't have to stay this way. You can change. You can decide right now that enough is enough, that you will no longer let laziness control your life, that you will no longer allow excuses to dictate your future. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to do the work for you. No one is going to give you the life you want. You have to go out there and take it. You have to put in the effort, make the sacrifices, and commit to the process. And if you do that, if you stay disciplined, if you push yourself every single day, you will see results. You will break free from the cycle of misery and failure. You will build the life you've always wanted. But it starts with you. It starts with the choices you make today, right now. So what's it going to be? Are you going to keep making excuses, keep procrastinating, keep settling for a life of mediocrity? Or are you going to step up, take control, and do what needs to be done? The choice is yours. Life isn't fair. It never was and never will be. But that's not the reason you're broke and miserable. The truth is your life is the sum of your choices, habits, and mindset. You keep waiting for a miracle, hoping that one day things will magically change. But nothing will change until you change. You wake up every morning doing the same things, thinking the same thoughts, complaining about the same problems, and expecting different results. That's insanity. You know what you need to do? Work harder, take risks, and step out of your comfort zone. But instead, you make excuses. You tell yourself that life is hard, that the system is rigged, that it's someone else's fault. Meanwhile, someone out there with fewer resources than you is making it happen because they refuse to accept failure. You stay broke because you are comfortable being broke. You have made peace with mediocrity. You wake up, go through the motions, waste your time on distractions, and then complain that life isn't fair. You refuse to embrace discomfort, but discomfort is the price of success. Comfort is the enemy. It keeps you trapped, telling you that you don't need to change, that you can do it tomorrow, that you can take it easy. And that's why you stay exactly where you are, watching others succeed while you remain stuck in the same cycle of disappointment. The reason you're miserable is that deep down, you know you could be more. You know you have potential, but you refuse to tap into it because it requires effort. You refuse to wake up early. You refuse to train your body. You refuse to develop new skills. You refuse to take risks. Instead, you chase instant gratification. You scroll endlessly through social media, watch pointless entertainment, play video games, and distract yourself from reality. Then, when you see others winning, you convince yourself they had an unfair advantage, that they got lucky, that they had opportunities you didn't. But deep down, you know the truth. You just didn't put in the work. Every day you waste is another day you'll never get back. Time is slipping away, and yet you act like you have forever. You say you'll start tomorrow, next week, next year. But tomorrow never comes because you have trained yourself to procrastinate. You have made it a habit to delay the things that matter while prioritizing the things that don't. Success doesn't wait for you. It doesn't show up at your doorstep and hand itself to you. It rewards those who are willing to suffer for it, those who are willing to make sacrifices, those who are willing to embrace discomfort. You are the reason you're not winning. You are the reason you feel stuck. No one is holding you back except you. The world isn't against you. The universe isn't plotting your downfall. The only thing standing in your way is your own weakness, your own laziness, and your own unwillingness to push beyond your comfort zone. You refuse to suffer now, so you end up suffering for the rest of your life. Instead of working hard and making something of yourself, you settle for less. You let your fears control you. You let doubt creep into your mind and convince you that you're not good enough, not smart enough, not lucky enough. You have two choices. You can continue down this path, wasting your time, blaming the world, and staying exactly where you are, or you can decide that enough is enough. You can wake up and take control of your life. You can start putting in the work. You can start making better choices. You can stop seeking comfort and start embracing the struggle, because struggle builds character. Struggle creates winners. Every successful person you admire has gone through hardship. They have failed, they have suffered, they have been knocked down, but they got back up. They kept going, they refused to quit, and that's why they made it. You have to understand that success is not for the weak, it's not for the lazy, it's not for the people who wait around for things to get easier. It's for the ones who are willing to do what others won't. The ones who wake up early, stay up late, put in the hours, and refuse to make excuses. The ones who understand that nothing great ever comes from staying comfortable. If you want to change your life, stop making excuses and start taking action. Stop blaming your circumstances and start creating new ones. Stop waiting for the perfect moment and start right now, because no one is coming to save you. No one is going to do the work for you. No one is going to hand you the life you want. You have to take it. You have to fight for it. You have to be willing to suffer for it. The choice is yours. Stay comfortable and remain broke, miserable and full of regret, or step into discomfort, embrace the struggle, and build the life you were meant to live. The only person who can make that decision is you. Life isn't fair. It never has been and never will be, but that is not the reason you are broke and miserable. The truth is, your life is a direct reflection of the choices you make every single day. You keep waiting for a miracle, hoping that one day everything will just fall into place. But nothing changes until you change. You wake up with the same habits, the same thoughts, and the same actions, yet you expect different results. That is why you are stuck. That is why you feel trapped, watching others succeed while you remain in the same place year after year. You know what you need to do, but you don't do it. Instead, you make excuses. You convince yourself that life is unfair, that others have it easier, that the system is rigged against you. But while you sit around making excuses, someone else out there, with fewer resources and more obstacles, is outworking you. They refuse to accept failure while you continue to embrace comfort over progress. The reason you are broke is because you are too comfortable being broke. You have made peace with mediocrity, and that is the most dangerous thing you can ever do. You have accepted your current situation instead of fighting for a better one. You wake up, follow the same routine, waste hours on distractions, and then complain that life isn't giving you opportunities. But opportunities don't come to those who wait. They come to those who create them. You refuse to embrace discomfort, yet discomfort is the only path to growth. Every successful person you admire has gone through hardship, rejection, failure, and pain, but they didn't stop. They didn't waste their time feeling sorry for themselves or blaming their circumstances. They took control of their lives while you sit back and watch, hoping for some stroke of luck that will change everything. You feel miserable because deep down, you know you are capable of more. You know you have the potential to be better, to achieve more, to live a life of meaning. But instead of chasing that, you chase distractions. You waste your time scrolling through social media, watching meaningless content, playing video games, and avoiding reality. And then when you see others winning, you feel frustrated, as if life has been unfair to you. But life didn't betray you. You betrayed yourself. You chose temporary pleasure over long-term success. You chose comfort over discipline. You chose to be around people who do nothing, instead of surrounding yourself with those who push you to be better. Your environment is shaping your future, whether you realize it or not. The people around you are either pushing you forward or holding you back. If you spend your time with people who complain, who waste time, who have no ambition, then you will become just like them. If you surround yourself with people who make excuses for their failures, you will start making excuses too. But if you choose to be around winners, people who work hard, who challenge themselves, who are relentless in their pursuit of success, you will be forced to level up. You will be forced to push yourself beyond your limits because the standards around you will be higher. You cannot expect to win in life when you surround yourself with losers. If you want to change your life, you have to change the people you associate with. You have to be ruthless about who you let influence your mindset, your habits, and your future. Success is not a coincidence. It is not something that happens by luck or by chance. It is earned through effort, through sacrifices, through an obsession with becoming better every single day. The difference between those who make it and those who don't is not intelligence, talent, or luck, it is discipline. It is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. The people who succeed are the ones who show up every day, who put in the work, who push through pain, exhaustion, and failure. They don't wait for motivation, because motivation is a lie. It comes and goes. But discipline stays, and discipline is what separates the winners from the losers. The reality is, you are not broke because of bad luck, a tough economy, or anything else you blame. You are broke because of your decisions. You are broke because you are not willing to do whatever it takes to escape mediocrity. You are broke because you value comfort over success. And as long as you keep making the same choices, you will stay exactly where you are. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to do the work for you. No one is going to hand you the life you want. You have to take it. You have to demand more from yourself. You have to make the sacrifices that others won't so you can live the life that others never will. You can keep complaining, making excuses, and wasting your time. Or you can wake up and take control. You can start putting in the effort, making better choices, surrounding yourself with the right people, and refusing to accept anything less than greatness. Because at the end of the day, your life is your responsibility. The results you get are a reflection of the work you put in. If you are not willing to put in the work, then you do not deserve the success. It's that simple. So what is it going to be? Will you continue living in mediocrity, settling for a life you know you don't want? Or will you take action, make the changes you need to make, and build the future you deserve? The choice is yours. Every second you waste, every excuse you make, every moment you spend complaining is another step toward a life of regret. You can either be the person who sits and watches success from a distance, or you can be the one who goes out and takes it. The world does not care about your excuses. Life does not owe you anything. No one is coming to rescue you from your struggles. The only person who can change your life is staring back at you in the mirror. You must make a decision right here, right now. Will you continue to be a spectator in your own life, or will you take control and build the future you deserve? Greatness is not reserved for the lucky few. It is earned by those who refuse to accept mediocrity. It is built by those who are willing to push through pain, suffering, and failure without breaking. You see the champions, the billionaires, the legends, and you think they were born different. They weren't. They simply made a choice. They chose to outwork everyone else. They chose discipline over comfort. They chose resilience over weakness. They chose to do what needed to be done, even when no one was watching. And now it's your turn to make that choice. You will never reach your full potential by taking the easy road. The easy road leads to nowhere. The easy road is filled with people who had dreams but gave up. It's filled with people who had talent but wasted it. It's filled with people who made excuses until their time ran out. But the hard road is where winners are made. It's where the strong survive and the weak fall behind. It's where the ones who refuse to quit rise above everyone else. You have to be relentless. You have to be obsessed. You have to be so focused on your goal that nothing and no one can break you. Because the moment you hesitate, the moment you slow down, someone else will take your spot. Someone else will put in more hours. Someone else will be hungrier than you. And when that happens, you will have no one to blame but yourself. Success is not about how badly you want it. It's about how much you are willing to suffer for it. There will be days when you feel like giving up. There will be moments when your body is tired, when your mind is exhausted, when everything in you is telling you to quit. And that is when you must push even harder. That is when you must separate yourself from the rest. Because everyone wants success when it's easy. Everyone is motivated when things are going well. But champions are built in the moments of struggle. Warriors are made when they push through the pain and keep going. The pain you feel today will be the strength you rely on tomorrow. The sacrifices you make today will be the rewards you enjoy in the future. The late nights, the early mornings, the long hours of work, the failures, the setbacks, they are all part of the process. They are the price you must pay for greatness. Nothing worth having comes easy. Nothing legendary is built without struggle. The question is, are you willing to pay the price? History does not remember the people who gave up. It does not remember the ones who quit when things got tough. It remembers the fighters, the risk takers, the ones who refused to settle. It remembers the ones who stood up again and again, no matter how many times they were knocked down. It remembers the ones who did not wait for the perfect moment, but created their own opportunities. It remembers the ones who refused to accept anything less than the best from themselves. You have one life, one chance. One opportunity to make your mark. What will you do with it? Will you waste it scrolling through your phone, watching other people live the life you dream of? Or will you stand up, take control, and make your own destiny? Will you keep making excuses, or will you take action? The choice is yours. Remember this, success is not for the weak. It is not for those who wait for the perfect moment. It is for those who create the moment. It is for those who refuse to back down, no matter how hard the journey gets. It is for those who embrace the pain, the struggle, and the sacrifices, knowing that every ounce of effort will be worth it in the end. If you want to be great, stop waiting, stop hesitating, stop overthinking. Get up and make it happen. Fight for it, work for it, sacrifice for it. Because at the end of the day, the only person standing between you and the life you want is you. So go out there and take what's yours. The world belongs to those who dare to claim it. Will you be one of them?